Hey everybody, it's Eric, and tonight I saw The Suicide Squad, written and directed by James Gunn. The sequel to Suicide Squad. That was, okay. This movie is awesome. This is my favorite modern DC movie. I think. I think the last time I liked a DC movie, it would be like Batman with Michael Keaton. So this movie is fantastic. It's rated R. It's just a little bit over 20 minutes. Rated R because it's got like violence, swearing, full frontal male nudity. Spoiler alert. So yeah, this movie is great, and I think this movie finally captures a good tone moving forward. I mean, this is a violent superhero movie, but I loved it, and it was fun. It wasn't heavy. It wasn't depressing. So James Gunn really nailed the tone. This is a well-made movie in every way. Cinematography, editing, when they transition between scenes or time periods. There's a very artsy way the movie transitions. I love it. So this is really one of the best crafted movies I've seen in a very long time. All right, so there's so many characters packed into this movie, and it's done wonderfully. You get to really know the characters you need to care about, and they have these background stories that are important in their decisions and what they're doing. Let's go through some of these guys here. So returning is Amanda Waller. That's Viola Davis. Viola Davis. And we have Rick Flag is back, and Captain Boomerang is back, and Harley Quinn is back. Margot Robbie is back, and this is her best Harley Quinn movie. She's hot. She is a badass. She is deadly and unpredictable and beautiful, and she doesn't tell a joke that doesn't land. Birds of Prey was awful. This is finally Harley Quinn. All right, let's go over some of the new faces here because they're really good. We're going to get King Shark. He's a little more dopey, not as ripped as my action figure here, but he grew on me, and he has some I'm going to use the word whimsical, because this is an incredibly violent movie, but it's also one of the most whimsical movies I've ever seen. There's a scene with this guy here. I'm not going to get into it, but it's crazy. It's totally unexpected with him in like a big fish tank. Same with Harley Quinn. While she's kicking ass and escaping this situation, it just becomes whimsical. It's just James Gunn can like just take the grotesque and the violent and just make it pretty. All right, I got to move things along because I can talk about this movie all night. Idris Elba is Bloodsport, a character I got to confess I didn't know too much about. It's almost like James Gunn said, hey, you know that Will Smith character and that father-daughter thing? I'm going to show you how good I am, and I'm going to make you actually care about these characters. And let me introduce you to Bloodsport. It's awesome. You get invested in this guy. He is a great leading man in this film. It's not like Dark Tower. And John Cena is Peacemaker, a very interesting character, very well done by John Cena. King Shark, we covered him. Ratcatcher 2, played by an actress that did a really good job. And you're thinking, I'm not going to care about Ratcatcher 2. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. And she's very, very important to this story, and particularly the ending. And Taika Waititi plays Ratcatcher 1, her father. I found out at the end. Very cool. And Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man. You're gonna laugh at Polka Dot Man. He is awesome, and he's got a backstory that sort of affects him and the things he does. And it's just so clever and so awesome. Great cast, great developed characters, that just awesome stuff. I got my Guardians of the Galaxy shirt here. Do I like this better than Guardians of the Galaxy? I mean, Guardians is pretty good. I think I like this definitely better than Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because that movie, I fell asleep in the middle of that movie. Sorry. I like Kurt Russell too, but that movie made me sleepy. All right, let's talk about the plot here. I don't think I'm going to give a spoiler away. There is a big bad monster at the end. They fight, but if you go to the official Instagram page, there's photos of this monster. So if you don't want to know who they fight, leave now. I love the movie. I'm going to give it an A. I'm going to buy it on Blu-ray. And if you don't want to know anything more, get the hell out of here. Let's get into this. So There's going to be two Suicide Squads. Amanda Waller is pulling the string. Same thing, injection in the neck. And they're going to go to Corto Maltese, a South American made-up country that has been referenced in other DC movies and books, I believe, like Batman. Vicky Vale was photographing Corto Maltese, right? They're talking about that. So, yeah. So they're going to invade this country because they got to get to the Judenheim. I pronounced that right. It's like this big tower. And in the tower is something they know is Operation Starfish. And the Thinker, played by Peter Capaldi, probably one of the better Doctor Who's ever, is sort of the mastermind or tending to Operation Starfish. In this country, there's like these regimes and dictator type people. But really, it's the Thinker that's working on Operation Starfish. So if you don't want to know anything further, get out of here. And I'm going to say what the big Operation Starfish is. All right, you ready? You out of here? All right, it's Starro, which I did not know going in. Starro, the big starfish alien thing. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And, so they're going to run around, and get into trouble. That's when you have a simple plot, when you're getting from here to here, you can have fun along the way. And all these characters are going to have fun along the way, and you're going to get to know and love these characters. What I liked about this movie that I did not like in the old Suicide Squad movie, the army, the fodder for the guns in the first Suicide movie were these bubble zombie people. Very uninteresting. I mean, Cara Delevingne was very nice to look at when she's doing her sexy dance. That was okay. But her little henchmen were like these bubble weird things. That was terrible. In this, Starro can shoot out little mini starfish and the alien get on their head, but the big eyeball sticking out. It looks goofy, but it's awesome. And so he can brainwash all the people in the city. But it kind of works because they're real people instead of just these CG blubber things. So I really liked how that's a different army. It's it really works here because it's real people, real stakes. So awesome job. All right, wrapping things up here. I love the creativity of this movie. The tone is right on. It's well written. The actors, you can tell, are confident about this writing. The acting is very good. Cinematography is great. Editing is great. The music is fantastic. Johnny Cash, Folsom County Blues opens up this movie. It's just a fun ride. Everything is good. I can't think of anything negative about this movie. I think visual effects were fantastic. There was maybe one moment Margot Robbie's running over something, and I'm like, okay, it's starting to look unbelievable and visual effects heavy. But just fantastic stuff here. I think James Gunn should leave Marvel for good and join the DCEU. Is that what we call this? I don't know. Make movies for Warner Brothers and DC. Warner Brothers, if you've left James Gunn alone, which it looks like you did this time, just left the man alone to make a movie, that was a good idea, and you should do that a few more times with James Gunn because he's got his finger on the pulse of geek culture. All right. Let me know in the comments if you like this movie. Who's your favorite character? My favorite character is always Miss Robbie. But I think I might need to get a new hot toy because, she's got a nice red dress in this movie and a big spear, a lance. You'll see why. I got to get that hot toy. All right, everybody. Have a great day, a great week, a great night. I'm going to bed. And as always, I will see you on the new.